Adam Christ from MyMMAnews.com, being joined by the newly crowned super lightweight freedom fighter promotions champion, Ethan Geffen, and he has a guest with him too. His man Coco is going to be joining us on the podcast here. So we got both of us. We got two champs in the building. But first and foremost, I got to thank my man. First, Ethan, it was an amazing performance, absolutely wonderful display of Muay Thai. The fight, if I had to pick, it was fight of the night, back and forth, everything we could have asked for. Thank you for joining me.
Adam, thank you. Thank you for having me on, man. It's an honor. It's my honor to be speaking to you, and thank you about
the pleasure is all mine, man. It was a hell of a fight. You took out Agustin Andiarena. He came all the way to your home state from Argentina, man, and you had your home crowd backing you 100%. So getting that title, getting that phenomenal response behind you, what did that feel like, man?
I mean, it was honestly that was probably the best response from any crowd I've ever had. So the crowd was electric, man. These guys had the place rocking. It was pretty crazy. It was definitely gave me a second wind after I gassed myself out trying to finish him in the first round.
I was going to ask you about that, man. The first round, you hit him right in the breadbasket, and it looked like he was going away. And you put it on him. He was tough. He was agile. But how convinced were you that you were going to be able to put him away?
Man, I thought I gotta give all the respect to him. I thought he was done, man. And I hit him with a crazy barrage afterwards too, and he survived that too. So not only did he survive that, he came back strong. So all respect to him.
So I gotta admit, it was an honor being the announcer that night, but it was my first time seeing custom big head cardboard cutouts for a for a fighter in the arena. So, dude, it was a packed house. Like I said, it was everybody behind you. But given that you had that championship caliber of not only a promotion, the crowd behind you, but the win behind it. What's it like to have that kind of a crowd behind you? Custom cardboard heads.
You know what? I had no idea they were gonna bring those heads. They totally planned that out on themselves. That was when I first saw it. That was fucking hilarious. First time I saw it. Actually, I brought one home, so now I have a nice little souvenir. But yeah, the support has been unreal. Like, and it can go both ways because it also gives you a little more nerves fighting in front of that much people. But I just did my best to channel it in a positive way, and don't really let the emotions get to you. Because even Rami's show, they make you come out the fight before. So I was sitting down there, and you have all these guys going crazy, and I'm trying my best to keep it even keel. So my adrenaline and stuff.
Yeah. So one of the most consistent things that I've heard from post-fight interviews that I conduct in the ring with the fighters, you being the same as well, is that everybody gives praise to Rami. The consistency is always giving Rami the praise for creating this promotion, putting forth the effort. So what is it about this freedom belt that it's held in such high esteem?
Man, like you said, everybody's been thinking Rami. There's a good reason for that. Last year, I was looking for a fight all year, and I had one fight, which it's not good for an upcoming professional fighter, especially in the U.S. We're trying to build up Muay Thai. These guys are fighting in Europe and Thailand so many times a year, just getting that experience that we're not getting. So Rami comes through, changes the game with his show. I already have 2 fights, and it's only 3 months into the new year, so it's looking pretty good for me this year, lining up fights. So, and that's again all thanks to Rami.
So I want to talk about your day-to-day outside and also inside the ring. As I've mentioned before in, posts and in the ring, a hero outside of the ring, freedom champion inside of the ring. So your day-to-day is you're a firefighter for New York City. What's the actual?
Yep. So it's FDNY Fire Department.
Okay.
But
so, man, so 100%, all praise goes to you for being that brave of an individual to take on that kind of a job. But what kind of stressors and what kind of preparation does that kind of a job outside the ring do for you inside the ring? I can imagine all the stuff that you see outside of the ring in your day-to-day job. When you get in the ring, it has to be almost nothing.
Yeah, honestly, you're right. When going into the ring, they say the ring is not controlled, but it kind of is. You have a ref, you have doctors, somebody can help you if something's going wrong. When you go into a fire, it's totally unpredictable. Anything can go wrong. And lately, unfortunately, we have a lot of death lately. And, you go show anything could happen, especially in a fire. And, be prepared for anything. And that's why I like to stay in shape. I'm going to give myself the best chance that I can.
Does that give you an extra bit of I mean, confidence, knowing what you do on the day to day, that you can survive that on the day to day. There's not much that somebody can do in the ring that's going to scare you more than what your day to day does. Does that give you confidence?
100%. That gives me confidence, and honestly, just training with all the monsters at Seaton and having Aziz as my coach is, all the confidence I need as well.
Sitan's full of killers, man. I will say that, and all the experience that I've seen them, they've packed a house full of killers across New York, everywhere. But so getting into the fight itself, man, like I said, Augustine, he was the tough guy. You said that you were pretty confident that you were going to get him out in the first round. But my question is, he came back and he actually hit you a couple times, and it looked like it stunned you. How hurt were you?
Uh, I'm not gonna lie, he hits pretty hard. I'm not gonna say I was hurt because I was still in it every
Mm.
second. Like even when he landed those big shots, I was right there, back in his face, and ready for more. But yeah, he came back strong. I'm not gonna tell you he did it.
When you're in a fight, or in a battle fight, just a firefight like that, going back and forth, what's one of the things? Would you change anything about that, or is the experience just speak for itself?
I mean, I was honestly, you don't want to get into a firefight like that because, like you said, anything can happen in those firefights. But he made it a war. He got hurt, and he knew he was down, so he just kept coming forward, and I didn't want to back down either because the world title's on the line. So we went at it, and that's what we you were telling us this fight at night.
When do you expect to defend your belt?
April 29th. So what a couple months away. 2 months.
April 29th. Do you have a name by chance?
Uh, I believe it's gonna be Brandon Masonette. I just got
Okay.
a contract today. Yep, from
Okay.
the famous Masonette camp.
Well, we live in the day and age of technology savvy, everything. Everything's on YouTube. You can look up anything. What do you know about your impending opponent?
I fought him in the amateurs. He wanted a close decision while in the amateur, so it'd be nice to get this one back as well. And I'm assuming he challenged me because I didn't ask for this fight or anything like that, but I got the contract, so I'm gonna take any fight. I'm not known to turn down any fights.
Now, I know once you're amateur, obviously that's all just experience. Every fighter will tell you that. Amateur's all experience, and the professionals is where it actually counts. But my question is, given that he does have that win over you in the amateur circuit, are you looking to get that redemption now that in the pros, or does that not even cross your mind?
I honestly, it didn't cross my mind until they said that he wants to fight. So it would be nice to get that back, but honestly, I just want to prove that I'm I'm one of the best around right now at my weight class.
And the belt goes to show that you're the one with the the bullseye on your back. What's that feel like, man? Everybody gunning for you now. Everybody wanting your belt.
It feels good. I welcome more challenges, and that's what I want. I want challenges, and I'm ready to beat everybody.
How consistent are you looking to stay this year? How many fights you looking to get? I know we have April set, but how much more?
Whatever whatever Rami and Aziz tell me, line them up. I'm ready.
Ready to go.
Yep.
Awesome, man. Well, I don't want to keep you on this Wednesday night. I appreciate you taking the time to talk about your win. If I could ask one thing, what would you have changed about your performance that stood out to you that, man, I wish I could have done that a little different, taking that back? What's one thing that you could have done? It was a beautiful performance, but I mean, you're obviously going to be your worst critic because you want perfection.
Yeah, definitely keep my chin down a little more and pick my shots, especially in the first round. I really blew a load trying to take him out, and I had to take, you know,
Hmm.
took a lot out of me. So pick my shots more, especially when I have him hurt.
What can you do? I mean, you obviously have the knowledge about it, but what can you do to make sure that doesn't happen again?
Uh, I guess just be smarter in the moment. It's hard to
Yeah.
control yourself in that moment. So
Yeah.
yeah, but it's a habit of mine. When I hurt somebody, I kind of jump in, slowly assessing and picking my shots a little better.
It's a tough spot, man, because you have such a tight bit of time to react on. They can start to recover, or you can not bounce on them immediately, and so it's a tough call, man. But
You saw
like I said,
he freaking recovered fast. So
you
like
did
you
recover fast,
100%
and
right.
you handed him his second loss of his professional career, man. It was a beautiful, beautiful performance on your part, man. So again, I want to say thank you for joining me. Congratulations. It was an absolute honor trying to muffle out your crowd with my voice, and I was the one with the microphone. But yeah, dude, man, you had a crowd behind you, and I congratulations. I can't say enough good things about your performance, brother.
Thank you so much, Adam. I appreciate you for having me on. This was awesome. Thank you, brother.
Oh, not a problem, man. There he goes, Ethan Geffen. He is the newly crowned super lightweight freedom fighter promotions champion. You can catch him in the ring again in April. And for my man Ethan Geffen, I'm Adam Christ. Make sure you keep it locked to mymmanews.com for all your fight news.